Hello guys, I am going to start a story. So this is the new video. So I am going to start the architecture of attention in the early 1970s. A psychologist named Herbert Simon wrote a phrase that perfectly predicted the body and I live in today. He said what information consumes is rather obvious. It consumes the attention of its recipients. He argued that the wealth of information inevitably creates poverty of a nation. Today we don't live in an information economy. We live in an attention economy. Every swipe, every notification, every red dot on your smartphone screen is a psychological hook designed by some of the most brilliant minds on the planet to capture your most valuable finite resource, your focus. But what actually happens inside our brains when we focus, and why does it feel like our ability to concentrate is actively slipping away from us? To understand how to fix our attention spans, we first have to understand the biological machinery that drives human focus. At the center of your brain's ability to concentrate is a network of neurons known as the executive control network, heavily encode the potential prefrontal cortex. This is the newest part of the human brain, eventually speaking, and it acts like the conductor of an orchestra. When you decide to sit down and read a book or study for an exam, your prefrontal cortex sends signals to suppress distracting thoughts and amplify the signals relevant to your task. It relies on neurotransmitters, primarily dopamine and norepinephrine, to maintain the state of alertness. Dopamine, contrary to popular belief, is not the chemical of pleasure. It is the chemical of anticipation and motivation. It is the brain's way of saying, pay attention, something important is about to happen. It, in the natural world, this system evolved to keep us alive. If a primitive human was tracking an animal for good, or a surge of dopamine kept them locked into that task because the payoff was survival. Distraction were brief and literal. A rustle in the bushes meant a predator, so their attention shifted instantly. This is what psychologists call bottom-up attention, which is involuntary and driven by external stimuli. On the flip side, top down attention is deliberate, goal oriented focus, like solving a math problem or writing a report. The modern tragedy is that our digital environments have been weaponized to exploit our bottom up attention system, completely overwhelming our capacity for top down focus. Think about the economy of a modern smartphone notification. It doesn't just tell you that you have a message, it triggers an intermittent variable reward system. This is the exact same psychological mechanism that makes slot machines so addictive. When your phone buzzes, you don't know if it's an important email from your boss, a message from a loved one, or a useless update from an app to app you forget you installed. Because the reward is unpredictable, your brain releases a massive spike of dopamine just from the anticipation of looking at the screen. Over time, your brain becomes conditioned to expect these constant micro rewards. When you try to sit down in a quiet room to work on a single task for an hour, your brain experiences a form of dopamine withdrawal. The quite slow nature of deep work feels painfully boring compared to the hyper stimulating firehouse of the internet. The constant switching of attention carries a massive cognitive penalty known as attention residue. A leading researcher on the topic, Dr. Gloria Mark at the University of California, Irwin, discovered that it takes an average of 23 minutes and 15 seconds to return to a deep focus task after a single interruption. Even if you just glance at a text message for 5 seconds and immediately put your phone back down, your brain does not instantly bounce back to your work. A piece of your active memory, a residue of attention, remains stuck on that text message. If you check your If you check your phone every 10 minutes, your brain never actually enters a state of deep high level cognitive processing. You spend your entire day in a state of fractured attention burning through your brain's glass supplies, which leaves you feeling utterly exhausted by 5 p.m. despite achieving very little actual work. Furthermore, this lifestyle is physically this lifestyle is physically altering the structure of our brains through a process called neuroplasticity. The brain is like a muscle. The neural pathways we use most frequently become stronger and more efficient, while the one we neglect begin to wither away. When we spend hours every day skimming short articles, watching 15-second video and jumping from tab to tab, we are actively training our brains to be distracted. We are practicing super facility. If you train your brain to seek novelty every 30 seconds for years, you cannot expect it to magically sit still when you suddenly need to focus for 2 hours. You have built a high speed highway for distraction and a broken dirt road for concentration. This was the video. Thank you everyone.